So, do you like sleep? I sure don't. I mean, would you rather be dreaming or losing sanity over programming? I prefer the latter. What I'm trying to get around to is that I like to make games. And recently, I had a new game idea. And I'm hoping that if I make logs, like this one, it will help me keep motivated to work on this idea. So, with that said, let me explain to you what I've done in the first few days of the Journey of a Fallen God's development. I'm developing this game in the Unreal Engine 5 game engine, but I felt like this game idea didn't really fit in with the normal graphics of UE5. So, the first thing I decided to make was a shader to emulate cell shading. This should have been simpler than it was with the help of the internet, but no! The first thing I did was follow a tutorial, and after 45 minutes of working on it, it was done. But guess what? There were no toon lines, and me being the OCD everything has to pop kind of person, I spent another 45 minutes trying to add toon lines to the shader, which ended up breaking everything, even after reversing the changes. Game engines are so random, am I right? So, after that I decided to scour the internet for an hour and a half until I finally found something I liked, and thankfully this time it worked. After this nightmarish ordeal, one thing went right for me. I was able to easily implement rolling into the game, but I should have known this was the calm before the storm. After getting rolling functioning, I decided to get a temporary player model set up. I was I was able to easily rig this model with Mixamo's auto-rigging function, but Mixamo rigs don't work with Unreal Engine animations. So I tried converting it to the proper rig, but lo and behold, nothing worked for doing that. So, you know what I decided to do? Instead of doing the easy thing and just using Mixamo setup animations, no, I decided to spend another 5 hours trying to convert this model before finally coming to my senses and setting up Mixamo animations. Oh yeah, you might be wondering what Mixamo is. Mixamo is a free service provided by Adobe that has thousands of free animations that developers can use, and for solo devs like myself, who hate animating, it is a lifesaver. After getting character and shader set up, I decided it would be useful to go ahead and make the model for the map, and so I did, 5 times, and then after that, I decided to add grass, for the first time. The grass just didn't look good the way I had it, so I removed it. After wasting time adding grass, I decided why not go ahead and make a landscape material for the map, and because I'm lazy, I decided to make a simple procedural material for it. This led to lots more work than it would have been if I just made the complex one in the first place, but I'll get into this later. After this, I decided to take a break and work on the character some more. And by that, I mean I set up attacking with the sword, an inventory system, and a health bar slash system that allowed for healing and taking damage. This all went smoothly, so I decided why not try and do something I've never done before, and I decided to start working on procedurally generating forests. I never expected the rabbit hole and destruction of sanity this would cause. I ended up having to remake this system 5 times and eventually had to set up a system to allow for the detection of different materials in the landscape material to prevent trees from spawning on beaches. And then later, when I decided to start adding paths to the map, I had to set up a system allowing for paths to cut holes in the forests. All in all, this took me about 2 weeks to get fully working. After this nightmare was done, I decided to work on implementing a player death system and equipment system. After getting those finished, I began working on how interiors to buildings work, which also required me to implement a basic player location save system. And for my sanity's sake, it was very simple and easy, which leads me to the next and last thing I implemented. Due to the last few things I implemented being far too easy, I decided to finally add in grass. What should have been easy due to my newfound procedural generation knowledge ended up taking a whole day because for some stupid reason, my dumb brain just couldn't figure out how to tweak one parameter to increase the density of the grass. Overall, I would say that this has been quite a productive few weeks, and I very much hope I have the motivation to finish this project and publish it. Well, with all that said, I hope you enjoyed this short video, and I wish you a good day.